Cops are used to confronting and arresting dangerous criminals. But what happens when cops themselves mess up and their co-workers have to arrest them? This is Drew Scott Romo, a police officer from Roseville Police Department in California, who did exactly what an off-duty cop should never do.
You need to go. They don't want you here, so you have to go. It's simple. If you don't want to be in trouble with us, just go. That's it.
Dude, I'm on your side.
They don't want you at the business, so you need to go.
I'm on your side.
I get that, but they don't want you here tonight, man.
You guys are brutal. Hey. I'm on your side, bro.
We understand what you do, but you need to.
I'm a law enforcement.
Okay, you need to understand. Hey,
I'm in here waiting for our table, and he was just like, just looking at me, and I was like, "Is there like a problem?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "What do you say?" There's gonna be a problem. And I was like,
be a problem.
and then that's when he turned around and started talking to him and pushing him.
and everyone in the group says that he came over to every single one of them and said, "You want to have a problem tonight? You want to make a problem? I have a problem." And then all of them watched him get in Edgar's face, swat his hands away. Edgar's just, "Hey man, you got to back up, back up." So that was.
According to police reports, Romo had been kicked out of 3 different clubs for being overly intoxicated and acting aggressively towards security.
So we already talked. Do you know that you already talked to us tonight? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I understand.
How long ago was that? Minutes ago we talked to you.
Yeah.
How about a couple hours ago when you refused service into another bar and we told you to go home? Just go home. It's time to go home. You can't get into any more bars. Your buddies asked you to leave and you would not leave, and you walked off on your own and they left you.
A couple of officers had already asked him to go home earlier that night, but he ignored them and continued drinking. After being asked to leave the last nightclub he visited, he started asking random people if they wanted to have a problem with him, which is when the owner decided to draw the line and call the cops.
Dude, I have law enforcement ID.
You, sir, are a disrespect to our profession this evening. If you say it one more time, I'm going to hold you in custody and make you tell the judge in the morning that you have a law enforcement ID. You're a disgrace right now. So you need to shut your damn mouth before I call your supervisor, and we go from there, and you don't lose your job in California while you're visiting Arizona.
I don't understand.
So you close your mouth and let us do our job now, because you can't make adult decisions.
You want to be a California cop and be a and you want to chest bump us? I've removed you twice from 2 different clubs. Do you not understand that?
What am I 6'2"?
I don't know what that is.
At this point, Drew could have called it a night and headed home to sober up, but instead, he chose to keep pushing it until the cops decided they'd had enough.
You're too intoxicated to understand what I'm even telling you.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home.
Oh, now you're gonna go home? You just said you didn't want to go home. Now you want to go home?
Are you out here for a bachelor party?
Can I ask what you guys are gonna...
You're being arrested for assault and disorderly conduct.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding you, sir. I have 5 people that provided me the exact same statement about you trying to physically assault them and then watch you physically assault the bouncer by swatting his hand away. They noted at least 10 times.
Bro.
The security guard noted at least 15 times.
You know this is bullshit?
I don't even know what's going on right now.
I'm a fucking cop, you know that?
It's a short ride, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Once at the police station, he still refused to cooperate and instead decided to make the officer's life as difficult as possible.
What's up, man?
Breathing.
Okay.
Prisoner.
Well, sir, at this current time, you are in a jail facility, and the correct term probably would be prisoner. However, we're trying to get you released, but you're not showing any signs of sobering up that allows us to believe that you can go out and act accordingly in society. From what I understand, you're dialing 911. You're continuously...
I can't breathe, sir.
You're continuously banging on the jail cell doors.
Because I can't breathe. I have anxiety.
I completely understand the anxiety part. If you decide to stop banging on the jail door and calling 911, you're going to sit in here. The sooner that you can just take a little nap and wake up and kind of be in a better mood, the sooner that you're going to get out of here. I have to report back to your lieutenant this evening, and now I got to report back this behavior furthermore.
What's the behavior?
So you've been nothing but disruptive in the jail facility this evening. Let me give you the number to call, and you can call your lieutenant right now. I have it right here.
On this?
Yes. Go ahead.
What am I? How?
And if you want to, Goss, if you want to intro it, it's Lieutenant Blynn, B-L-Y-N-N.
Lieutenant Glenn, this is Romo. Good, how are you?
Whatever was said between him and the lieutenant wasn't made public, but it probably didn't go down for him as expected. 4 days after his arrest, he was fired from his job as a cop in California and now serves as an assistant director at a church. But while Romo had only been a law enforcement officer for a little bit over a year, the same can't be said for Captain Matt French, who was pulled over on the way home on suspicion of drunk driving. Sadly, instead of accepting the consequences, the captain tried to pull rank and get special treatment for his position at the police department, which ended up backfiring big time.
Back in your car.
I'm
Drunk?
no, I'm the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big. Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. You been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
You been drinking tonight, sir?
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
What division?
Investigations.
What are you doing pulling in here? How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle. How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over me when you turned on here. You didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much did you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor? How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
Even if it was only 3 or 4 beers, which is clearly a lie judging by the captain's slurred speech and delayed reactions, the officer still has to test him on his balance and sobriety.
Do you have any of those shoes that need cause you for keeping your balance or anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. I'm going to demonstrate for you first. While I'm demonstrating, I want you to stand with your feet together, hands down by your side, just like this. All right, sir? What's your name?
Matt French.
Matt French. Mr. French, stand just like that for me.
Okay.
When I tell you to begin, okay, I'm just going to demonstrate for you first. I want you to pick a foot of your choosing. It doesn't matter if it's your left or your right foot.
I'm familiar.
And I want you to lift it approximately 6 inches off the ground. And while you look at your toe, I want you to count by 1,000s, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. At any point in time you lose your balance or your foot touches the ground, just go ahead and pick your foot back up and continue to count, okay? Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French? You may begin. Good. Just keep going.
Can you turn that off?
After miserably failing the first test, the captain realizes his best bet is to try to convince the officer to turn the camera off, possibly to intimidate him into letting him go. But the cop doesn't budge and stands his ground in an inspiring display of professionalism.
I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body camera.
I do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please. Please. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, are you going to do the test or not?
Will you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you once we're
You
done.
can turn it off, you can turn it on.
I can turn it off once I'm done with my investigation, sir.
Okay. I'm asking you. I'm a captain on this police department.
I understand that, sir.
I get
And I am
that.
a sergeant on this police officer, and
I
I've
am
taken
not-
an oath to uphold the law. I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the President of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
Sergeant Skinner, please.
Are you going to do the test or not, sir?
I will. I will do whatever you ask.
Okay, once we complete the test, left foot in front of your right foot, heel to toe, hands down by your side. Can you do that for me, sir?
You want left foot in front of the right?
Yes, sir. Hands down by your side. Okay. Attempt to hold that position while I demonstrate for you. You're going to take 9 heel to toe steps, counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll say that's 9. On your 9th step, without lifting your lead foot, you're going to pivot like so. And then you're going to take 9 heel to toe steps, counting each step out loud, back the way you came until you get to 9. Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French?
I believe so.
Alright, anytime you're ready, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright, go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Can we turn the camera off now?
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you.
Despite his efforts to evade the arrest, Captain French was taken into custody, charged with DUI, and temporarily suspended from the Oklahoma City Police Department. Even after his shameless attempts at corrupting another officer, the captain was treated very gently. But the same can't be said for James Burke, a federal agent who was reported to the police for supposedly impersonating a police officer. Burke had been paying a visit to a woman who was allegedly in possession of an illegally owned shotgun. When the woman saw that he didn't have his uniform on or a warrant to search her house, she called 911.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground.
What's your deal?
Get on the ground now.
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
From the moment they arrive at the scene, the officers draw their weapons first and ask questions later. But when Burke refuses to get on the ground and follow orders, the cops decide to turn up the heat.
Face down now!
Now!
Face down! You guys are making a big mistake.
You are the one making the mistake.
Settle down. Face down now! All the way down! All the way! All the way! You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left pocket. And we're gonna put your arm on your back. Wait a second.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a
moron. Please, wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Stop resisting now. Please help me. Sir, please. Yo, get your taser out. My taser out.
Don't make me tase you.
You're gonna get tased. Put your right arm behind your back. Put your right arm behind your back. No, you're gonna stay on the ground and put your right arm behind your back. Let me breathe. You can breathe just fine.
Get in the car.
Sir, please. Sir, I'm just trying to do my job.
Just get in the car. Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted to. Wait.
No, you knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down. Have a seat. Please, wait. I gotta breathe.
Okay,
please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
Sir,
get your legs in.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance.
We got a medic coming. Get in the car.
Impersonating an officer is a serious offense. But as it turns out, Burke was actually telling the truth, and his only mistake was refusing to follow protocol.
He might even be a real cop, but he wouldn't tell us, wouldn't do anything, wouldn't get on the ground. I mean, what the heck?
The cruiser will go ahead and clear.
You bet.
I don't believe they're looking for anybody else.
We had to taser him, so we got a medic coming.
Yeah, we canceled our units and now we heard you guys mark up.
If he is an actual police officer, he got to be ashamed of himself. He may even really be a police officer. He's got a badge, but he wouldn't do anything, wouldn't get on the ground. I told him over and over to get on the ground. He wouldn't comply with anything. We had to tase him. He fought with us the whole time. Wouldn't get in the car. If he is a real police officer, no, we're not.
He's got a good looking badge.
He very well may be. But you know what? When a Columbus police officer, yeah.
Buddy, you're good. Don't worry about it.
I know.
I get it.
He remarkably, he said over and over, I'm not getting on the ground. I will not. I'm like, okay.
That's not how this works.
I said, you obviously don't know what's going on then. If he's here to work a warrant by himself, there's something strange about that too.
Something about the guy info, her husband bought a shotgun or something. He was here to follow up on some shotgun purchase.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's an NFTA or CP, I don't know.
Who knows? Oh, that sure would have made it easier.
Well, no, if I'd have reached for it, I didn't even realize I had it on. But I can't.
After his arrest, Agent Burke ended up suing the two officers for using excessive force. Despite the incident, he continued working with the ATF. But things didn't turn out quite as well for Tyler Moody, a detention officer who was accused of smuggling a cell phone into jail and giving it to an inmate.
Moody, I understand that you've offered your resignation. Is that correct? Have you offered your resignation or not?
If I can keep my job, then no.
Well, you can't keep your job.
During his interrogation with the sheriff, Moody seems to think that a simple apology will be enough to let him keep his job. But the sheriff wasn't as gracious as he was expecting.
So let me just make it easy. You're fired. You're no longer an employee here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You've betrayed the trust of every citizen that we have the privilege to serve. And you've betrayed the trust of the brave and selfless men and women that you've worked alongside for nearly 3 years. So as of this moment, you're under arrest for bringing a prohibited item, a cell phone, into a correctional facility. That's a third-degree felony. Do you have any questions about that?
No, sir.
Well, you're going to be cuffed. First thing I want you to do is stand up and take that uniform shirt off. You don't deserve to wear it.
Unfortunately for him, losing his job was the least of his worries, as he's now being charged with a third-degree felony. The sheriff was happy to place Moody under arrest, but sometimes arresting a fellow officer can be pretty heartbreaking, as was the case with Scott Bertzik, a Florida corporal who rear-ended a vehicle in front of him at a traffic light after reaching down to get his lighter.
So, yeah, reached out for my lighter, slammed into his.
Cool.
No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
We were sitting at the light.
Yeah.
It was just finna turn for us to go.
I'm just trying to figure out which lane you were in. So you're
in the far left lane.
Hey, this crash, Birdie, ASO come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so. No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. But I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues. All right, that was it. I just want to make sure.
The officer who responded to the crash was Brooke Shutterly, who immediately recognized Corporal Bertzik, or Birdie as he was known in the police department. After talking to her supervisor about the crash, she noticed something off about his behavior and had no other choice but to question him about the incident.
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Listen.
Shit, woman.
Listen. Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not going to lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. So, from now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now, you're being detained.
Wait, what?
I'm holding on to you because I have a supervisor coming to see if I need to do a full-fledged DUI investigation or not. So please don't make my life difficult.
I would never do that to you.
Okay. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
And I apologize for putting you in that position.
Okay.
Are you on?
Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to remain on.
Fair enough.
Because integrity.
Realizing that this isn't just a routine traffic accident investigation, the corporal asked the officer if she has her camera on.
I'm not drunk, I'm pissed and I'm tired.
We're going to do the walk and turn now. Do you understand the instructions? You may begin the test.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
After the tests, it's clear that the corporal is intoxicated, and now the officer's charged with the very difficult task of taking her supervisor back to the station.
So at this time, I'm asking you to come with me to the station to provide a breath sample.
You got a lot of stuff going on. And so with that being said, there's things that we can do to fix this, buddy.
I just fucked my kids, my family, everything.
I'm not going to cuff you.
Oh, yes you are, because they're watching.
No.
Yes you are, they're watching.
Okay. We'll cuff you over by my car.
Yes you will.
Yes.
They're watching.
Yes. You've been compliant. Can I at least cuff you in the front? Yelling me.
I know.
It's got the hinge locks. Okay. Good to go?
I'm very sorry that I put you in this position. Harder handling it.
The arrest was obviously an extremely uncomfortable situation for both of them, but Bertseek and the officer share a heartwarming moment back at the police station.
Yeah, it's a lot different when they ask you in an interview saying, hey, you know, what would you do if this happened to...
I know. You're kidding. Believe me, so proud. And so sorry. All of the same.
Shortly after, Bertseek's breath samples registered at 0.154% BAC, which is far above the legal limit for driving. He later admitted that he'd been drinking and was sentenced to 50 hours of community service, a $1,000 fine, a 6-month license suspension, along with regular DUI and substance abuse classes. He was also sued by the driver of the vehicle he struck and was temporarily suspended from his position without pay. Despite the stain on his otherwise clean criminal record, Corporal Bertseek accepted the consequences of his irresponsibility. But this next cop took a much different approach. This is Alexander Shawnee, an Orlando police officer who refused to pull over after another cop caught him speeding at 80 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Over 100 miles an hour trying to catch up with this butthead. He's the guy that, copy down that bumper. Pull over. You gonna pull over?
Please say a command.
Pull over.
If Shawnee had apologized and admitted his mistake, the cops would have possibly cut him some slack. But he let his ego get the best of him and ended up making a terrible decision.
What? I am going into work, my man.
Why are you trying to pull me over as I'm going?
Because you're going 80 and a 45.
I am going into work.
Okay, where are you going to work?
What does it look like I am dressed for?
What
does it look like I am dressed for?
My name is Deputy Hilton, and I see your driver's license.
No.
Okay. 3113, copy at 1050. 10-4, I got a city, Orlando PD taking off from a traffic stop. It's going to be X-ray Foxtrot 6207, XF 6207. You refuse to stop.
Driving away when the cops already have your license plate details is usually not the smartest escape method, and it ended up backfiring on Shawnee pretty quickly. That same day, he was arrested on charges of reckless driving, fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer with active sirens, and resisting an officer. As if that weren't enough, he lost his job at the police department, all because of a routine traffic stop.